My name is Dr. Comfort, and today is episode 6. I am a special education teacher. I work with children on the lower spectrum of special education, so low incident disabilities. I aim to support teachers, caretakers, of children with disabilities reach their highest potentials, and I'm more passionate in working with struggling countries and communities with these individuals where they live, right? The reason I do this because when I was growing up, my own disabilities was not really focused on because they did not realize that it was a disability. So I just believe that educating adults, just one adult at a time, regarding disabilities can get a child closer to their highest potential. This week's question was it's from a teacher. I don't know if it's a special education teacher or a regular teacher, but if I'm a teacher. And it reads, when do you need to change your approach to help students maximize their learning experience? Again, when do you need to change your approach to help students maximize their learning experience? I think what they might as trying to say is the approach in teaching. All right, so I'm gonna go with that. Like they are talking about when do they need to change their approach to teaching to help students maximize their learning experience. So first, let's first get to this understanding. Special education teachers work with students with various, conditions, Because of this, they must know how to change their teaching style to fit each student. Most importantly, this must be done during the teaching, right? So when you are teaching, in the midst of it, you have to change your teaching style so that you can tap into each student's struggling needs, right? If they are still struggling, then you need to do a small group or individual one-to-one teaching, right? But try your best to be flexible in your teaching styles. Okay, I think I spoke about that some time back about teaching styles, but don't get it twisted. All students want to learn. All students want to learn, but how they learn is influenced by how they retain information in their brain. I'm going to repeat that again. All students want to learn, but how they learn is influenced by how they retain information in their brain. So when you understand how they retain the information, then you are able to twist and turn your teaching to suit their learning style. Because you have to have standby strategies. You have to, as a teacher, you have to have standby strategies to help you while you are teaching, okay? Because this will help the student increase their focus, improve their grades, and regulate their emotion. When a student don't understand how they are to grasp the information, students end up having attitudes, and they become disruptive in the classroom. So you have to have these standby strategies at hand, so that when the student behavior, the emotions start changing during the lesson, you are able to tackle that. All right. And also, it's important that when you are teaching, to provide time. Special education students need time to process and answer the question. I know sometimes as a teacher, we don't have the time. We have to move to the next subject. They have to go to the next teacher. I get that. But you have to create in your space to give them time to answer it, and also giving support. But giving support doesn't mean stop your teaching and go and support the struggling student. No, still teach. Like, you can have like a card on the table, a green card, a red card, and if the student doesn't understand what you are teaching, they will put the red card on the table. All right, that means I don't get it. But if they have the green card on the table, that means they get what you are saying. So all the students that have the red card on the table after you're teaching, you can get a small group session with them, or an individual one, so that you can support them better. Also, it's important to provide tools and around your classroom. So let's say you teach in math, have manipulatives on a table that the student can easily go to grab, to help them to understand the concept better. Or have on the walls, all right, different like multiplication charts or factors or something on the chart, on the walls, that they can refer to help them understand what they are doing without disrupting your teaching. They can look around, they can go to the tool section to get the necessary tools they need, a calculator or counting charts or something like that, so they can have that on the table with them. So, but you have to be flexible. Teachers need to be flexible. So being flexible, changing your approach to support your student, what happens that you're able to maximize their learning experience, to help them to become better learners. All right, because when you learn, you're always changing the way you learn, right? If you're somebody that is visual learner, you always want to look for materials visually to help you. If you're auditory learner, you always have to look for things to listen to help you learn. So when you are the teacher and you able to switch up your learning, you're also teaching the student to be able to be flexible in their learning as well. They just don't have to learn a specific way. All right, and this would develop their confidence and also their persistence. Okay, their persistence in doing something despite the difficulty or the delay in achieving the success. They need to know this, the persistence of life, in school, so they can succeed as in everything they do, and I feel that when the teacher is able to be flexible in changing the way they teach, the student will be flexible in the way they learn. I hope I was able to answer this question. I want to welcome Papicolo. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right in this thing. Welcome, and I hope if you have any questions, please feel free to put in the chart. But today's question basically is was from a teacher, and they wanted to know, when do you change your teaching approach to help students maximize their learning experience? If you have questions in the future, or if you have any comments, please comment below. Go to my website, send me an email. Maybe your questions will be asked next week. Let's all work together to help bring a child with disabilities, with delay in academics. Let us help each other to help a child get closer to their highest potential. Be blessed. Have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys next week.
For further information or to support us, please contact us, Irvington, New Jersey, 07111, United States of America, or visit DATSS.org. DATSS, supporting teachers of students with disabilities.